And welcome back to the Journey of Self. I am your intuitive tarot reader as well as your host, Brandy, and welcome back to the journey. Okay, guys, so because we are in the month of February, and I do feel like being very generous, and I'm just super interested in bonding with new cards that can give us new insights and new informational keys and pieces. I've gone ahead and I've added 2 new decks to the repertoire, okay? I have the Fairy Tale Oracle deck, which I will pull 2 cards from. And I also have the African American Tarot, okay? So I'm also going to do something as well that I never do, and I'm going to show my hand. Wow. I never do this, but I'm doing it. All right, guys, so let's get started. So the first card that we have that I've already pulled the Fairy Tale Oracle deck, okay? I had to simply because it's just way too much shuffling if I don't. The first card that we have is the Day Boy and the Night Girl. This card speaks of overcoming it being a time to overcome fears, okay? I want to start with this particular card because I actually love the quote from this story. It says, "You must learn to be strong in the dark as well as in the day, else you will always be half brave." I feel like this is literal for a lot of you. I feel like there are some of you that are living one life outside, like kind of in the day, and then your life in the evenings or night may be dramatically different than what you're portraying in the daytime. Not necessarily in a negative way, but I feel like you guys are trying to seek balance in order to bring this all together, to bring this to a culmination together, okay? But this also speaks of balancing masculine and feminine energy. And I do believe that in this particular situation with you guys, in this reading, this talks about balancing the masculine and the feminine energy in a relationship that you may currently be in. Okay. So the next card that we have is the Fairy Ointment. And this card here, this card speaks of the sight, okay? This card is speaking to maybe some of those intuitive earth signs that we have here, visiting me here on this channel. This card definitely speaks of gifts. It speaks of, psychic abilities and things of this nature. And it speaks of the fact that you have to share this with wisdom and discretion. With wisdom and discretion. It's not something that can be shared with everyone. And I feel like for some of you earth signs, this can just simply be your wisdom. I feel like you guys are very wise and sometimes wise beyond your years. So you may have to really pick and choose exactly who you're sharing this with. And the last card is the Fairies card. Okay. And this card speaks of words, and we're going to go ahead and read the quote from this card in this story as well, because I feel like it's very fitting. It's very telling. Okay. We haven't even gotten into the reading just yet, guys, but just wait. It says that brute force or bribes of diamonds bend others to your will. Okay. Brute force and bribes of diamonds bend others to your will, but gentle words have greater power and gain more conquest still. But gentle words have greater power and gain more conquest still. Ooh, I love that. Why? Can't buy love. And also, too, this particular card, it speaks of that the fact that words have the power to change lives. So you should definitely always be very careful with things that you say to other people, especially if these words can be heartbreaking or can break them spiritually, their spirit, their emotions. Be very careful in that. Okay? It talks also about being charitable. And it says that when you speak of beauty and kindness, everything is made better. Okay? When you speak of beauty and kindness, everything is made better. All right? So that's that. We're going to go ahead and get right into the reading. Ooh. Pick these up. Ooh, wow. Look at this. All right. I'll leave that one, but the rest of them have to go. This card here is the first card out. It's the Three of Cups. In this particular deck, the Three of Cups is much more milder than the regular Three of Cups, right? This woman is on her own, and she is filling these 3 cups. So there's also music, okay, in the background of this card. If we check here, so what does this tell me? It tells me a few things. It tells me that some of you are indulging and overindulging, maybe in alcohol and celebration on your own. Okay. This also tells me that some of you are seeking that celebration and celebratory energy within yourself, right? You realize that you can be happy alone. Okay. And then there's also something about music here. There's a significance about music. I don't know. Some of you may actually be in relationships and are thinking about someone from afar. And when we say from afar, you just don't have as much access to them as you'd like. How about that? Right? So you're thinking of this person from afar. There may be music involved. Like maybe when you think of this person, it's, like music to your ears, or you hear particular songs, or maybe even you guys like maybe the same music or something like that. That could be part of it. All right. So that's that first card. Let's get to it. This energy, you guys. What's up with your energy? It's fun. It's free. I feel like you guys are, a lot of you are feeling abundant, okay, and happy, ready to celebrate. So we're talking to some intuitives, huh? We have the Sight card out here, the Fairy Ointment. Could be talking to some spiritual healers, some intuitive psychics, maybe watching this. And I think you guys maybe are having to be a little bit more particular about who you share your gifts with. But just for those who aren't as well, that can also be speaking to just some of the attributes of earth signs, especially like Virgo, the healer. You may actually have to be a little bit more skeptical on who you help, or just who you help in general. I feel like you guys may be pulling back your energy in reference to that. Okay. You guys may be pulling back your energy in reference to just, who you're helping and how you're helping. All right. If you guys are interested in maybe a love relationship with someone, try and see where they stand with this before you give too much away. I know that, earth signs have this thing a lot. So, okay, Virgo being the most mutable sign, the one that is most ready for change, right? But also being as selfless as a Taurus can be, where Taurus I have no problems giving as well, but they are fixed energy. So once they get an idea like that they want to be with someone, it's hard for them to let it go in certain ways, okay? Especially if this is not going well. Much like the Virgo that kind of says, oh, it's hard, but that's just life. Things are not always easy. The Virgo doesn't necessarily have to have it easy in order to feel like it's worth it, okay? Actually, I feel like with the Virgo, the harder it is, the better. The more worthy they feel like it is in a way, okay? And then we have the Capricorn is just like waiting to figure out what is it that is, not making this work. They'll stay just to find out, why isn't this working? What's making it work this way? Almost like a mechanic trying to find the problem, okay? And I mean this out of love, guys. I love earth signs, okay? A lot of the people that I love are earth signs. So, I'm saying this out of love. I'm an Aquarius, very fixed energy. I always overstay myself. So I understand that energy. And I do have some Capricorn in my chart. So yeah, I'm always trying to figure out why as well. So I'm not talking crap, guys. I know how it is, okay? Got a lot of fire in this chart too, let me tell you. So anyway, then we have the Nine of Cups. Once again, echoing this situation. I feel like you guys may want to get to this person or this new love, I feel like, or this, I don't know, I hate to say it, but I feel like this is a third party situation. And in some regards, it can be mentally third party situation. Doesn't always have to be a physical third party situation, because in this particular Three of Cups card here, this person is definitely looking off into the distance and is thinking about memories and good times. Okay? All right. And then there's this person that is trying to be reached. And this is the Nine of Cups. Okay? This man is trying to get to this woman. All right. So this person may be at a distance from you. This can also be, love that isn't necessarily going on just yet. And maybe, I feel like what can be stopping some people is that they're battling, maybe over partying or overindulging or something like that. But they're trying to get out of whatever toxic, Earth sign is trying to get out of whatever toxic energy they may be in order to get this wish fulfilled. They do see that there is a better life, maybe somewhere out there for them. Okay. All right. So then we have the Fool card. All right. I feel like you guys are either going to embark on this journey as the Fool or are already on this journey. Okay. Then we have the Sun card. The Sun card. All right. The Sun, if you guys noticed here on the Sun card involves two people. This deck involves a lot of people. I think that's why it's really good in relationships when we deal with relationships. And here you go, the Two of Pentacles. Now, if you look at this guy's face, Earth sign, you see what I see? There's a lot of fear involved here. There's a lot of fear involved here. And trying to find this balance, there's a lot of fear involved here. As a matter of fact, it is so much so that it is now mimicked again and repeated in the Two of Swords. And this person is cut in half. This person is actually two different pieces at this point. Almost like two different people. But it's really two different sides of the same person. Okay? I feel like a lot of people are stuck in their head. This person may be someone that you also know from work, or this can also involve something involving work, or there may be work necessary in order to make this happen. Okay? This person that you're interested in can also be taken. They may be in a toxic relationship as well as you're in a toxic relationship. If you look over here, this woman is kind of doing her thing. She's working. And then there's this thing here on the other side that's kind of like when he turns around, he'll be looking at her again, sitting there looking at her. And then there's this guy in the background that's kind of like ready to throw a rock at him. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely some choices that are going to have to be made feel like you guys, like I said, definitely trying to find the balance. If we look at this card again, there is a piano man in the background as well. It's almost like this guy is trying to find his feet under him and find his balance. And it's difficult. You can see it on his face. You can see it on his face. Okay, so then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Don't we love that? Yes, stability, honey. Yes, feeling confident, feeling stable within yourself. You know, having that abundance. All right. And then we have the Emperor. I do believe, if you guys check this out, let me tell you, check out these cards, because these cards, they tell a different, like, I don't want to say a different story because it's the same concepts, but these cards, I just love the way they give it up. They tell you so much information if you just pay attention. Okay, look at what the guy in the nine of Pentacles is doing. He has a sword, right? And this is about Pentacles. He has a sword, and he has to get to the middle of the fruit in order to get the Pentacles. That's where. Do you guys see? That's where the Pentacles are. The Pentacles are the seeds in this fruit. All right, and he's using a sword to do it. And then we have the Emperor, who's also ready. Okay. He is also ready with his sword. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. That is a sword. So I do feel like you guys will be taking on a little bit of that air sign energy, in the fact that you guys will be cutting things out of your life that no longer serve you. Okay. That no longer align with you. Because that is the whole idea of you finding this balance from the beginning. All right. Then we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. When I see this particular card has been coming out as in a way, like an outcome and a celebration card. And generally we know that the 6 of Cups is about an offer, right? It's about an offer. But here in this particular deck, it's like you and everyone around you from this situation is going to be offered something rather divine, something rather amazing. And I feel like for some of you, the person that you could be interested in could be musically inclined. Okay. Could be musically inclined. For others, this person can be foreign. Okay. This person can be spiritual. Okay, this person may have faith in certain ways, certain beliefs. And then you have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. I don't know, for the male earth signs, I feel like you guys may have been offered love from a female, right? Or the masculine energy may have been offered or will be offered love from the female. I feel like you guys were not only raring to go, but also defensive. I don't know how you do that, but I know what it results in. It results in a cancellation of energies and a stalemate. So some of you have been offered this love, but you're waiting because you don't know what to do. You're in between. You're still making that decision. Okay. Let's pull 3 of these romance angel cards, as I've done for the other signs. You guys got an extra fairy tale oracle card. I don't really care, but hopefully the other signs don't either. I mean, but what are they going to do? Make me put it back? No, it already happened, so. But yeah, you guys got an extra one. All right, let's put these cards back. Let's pull these cards, and let's get you guys off to your Saturday. These cards are so big. Sometimes I have issues. Shuffling. All right. All right. So, soulmate, children, and free yourself. All right, guys. So, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Hence the Six of Cups. Okay, a gift being given in the Six of Cups in that particular deck from pretty much the heavens. Okay, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay? So some of you may have children, the other person may have children, but I feel like that's also creating a distance, or not, dare I say, some of you may already have a family dynamic and are thinking about what this card says, freeing yourself. And it's time to take back control of your life. Okay? So that's the message. I feel like that has been the message all the way across the board. Understand that being nice, if you can't be nice to someone and just, ask them nicely to do what you want, if you have to bribe them, then you know what? It's not worth it. If you have to, beg, borrow, cheat, and steal, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. When something's for you, you don't have to do any of those things for it. It comes to you and it's yours naturally, and you know exactly how to keep it. It's the same way that you got it, which is having faith, being grateful, unconditional love for yourself and others. That is the message. Okay, guys? That has been your reading. All right. So have a great rest of your day, and namaste. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Tell me what you thought about this new spread.